Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my budget for the month of April, and this kit, or I shouldn't say kit, this pattern, like always, I purchased from Julia Dreams. I have her creative market profile, I guess is what it's called, always linked down below whenever I do my budget videos, since I made these stickers myself, but I purchased her patterns to use. So let's go ahead and get started here. So this is the overview. This is the page, like the notes page before the month starts. And this is where I do the overview of my income, expenses, and debt snowball. So the salary, which is always the same, or I guess typically the same, $22.77.34. And I am currently a student, and my school has switched to online classes, but since we are still in the semester, that's why I'm still getting paid, so I'm lucky enough that I'm getting paid through this time. Expected miscellaneous is 0, and rollover, I actually didn't roll over anything this month. So the total is just my income of $2,277.34. And then these expenses amounts we'll get to once we finish the rest of the budget. So as here, I usually have an inspirational quote. I have not figured that out yet. Haven't calculated the breakdown. The extras goals are usually the same, so let me just copy them over. So if I have any money left over, which is typically like the debt snowball purchase, so if I have like this number right here, if I have $20 or $25 left over, I pay that to debt, or I should say the first $25. The next $25 goes to, I don't know why I did the cents, but the next $25 goes to savings. And then anything after that, I'm actually going to switch it up this month, even though I didn't put it in my budget here, which you'll see later. Is going to go to Colton because his birthday, so our anniversary is in April and his birthday is in May. So I want to make sure I have enough to cover both his anniversary gift and his birthday gift. So those have been in there. I haven't written down my goals yet, haven't done the cash envelope yet, and haven't completely set up the spending days, but I did do the calendar at least. So this is the overview in the month. I did have all my bills down, and I put this strip also from, again, another pattern from Julia Dreams on Creative Market that matches the kit. I just put that up there to cover the rainbow. And I put these other smaller strips to mark the days, or excuse me, the weeks that I have. So week 1 goes from the 1st to the 8th, week 2, the 9th through the 16th, and so on. Not much has changed with the exception of a bill. On the 1st, I usually pay my Metro monthly pass, but this month, because again, we're doing online classes, I don't need to go in to campus or to work anymore, so I'm not going to be needing to pay for that. So that's the only big difference this month. And then that money that I would have put there is going to get switched around, which you'll see. So let's start with the bills, and let me zoom in just a tad. So again, I normally have 4 bills. These are individual. On the monthlies page, I also have joint as well, but I'll get to that in a second. So the individual bills for debt, I bumped it up to $150 this month because, like I said, I had some money left over for not paying the Metro bill. So I went ahead and upped the debt payment. And I just want to see in previous months. Oh, I didn't do the $sign. Okay, that's going to bother me now. So I'm just going to white out the $sign. Okay. Fidelity, which is my Roth IRA, I always do 25. Savings again, 25. So this total comes to $200 in my bills category. So under expenses, the amount that I'm paying for bills is $200. Okay. Now on to variable. Gas, I budgeted $10. This is what I pay my boyfriend for gas money, basically. Pocket money is always $10. And I always use a symbol to mark down which categories are cash envelopes. And this month I chose this flower also from the collection. I thought it looked really nice, so I put that there. And spending, which I bumped up a little bit to $100 because if you notice, I cut out stickers. I normally have a sticker fund for variable and I kind of switch things around, and I'll talk to that as I get there. But this total is $120 for variable expenses. So I'm going to mark that here as well, 120. Okay. Debt, I've completely finished this when the month is over, but I put my budget amount, which was 150. And then if I pay any more, I'll put what I actually paid, the difference, and then my new debt total here. So that is all for the first page. The second page is just sinking funds. And I don't have my starting balance because as I'm filming this, I haven't closed out the month of March yet. So I'll fill those in later. You'll see those in my week 1 check-in. And actually, maybe not my cash envelope stuffing. We'll see if I get to it beforehand. But I'm just going to fill in this plus category, which is the money I'm adding for this month. So the first one is Ancestry DNA. I'm adding $5. I want to purchase one of those kits, so I'm slowly saving up for that. That's not a huge priority right now, which is why it's only getting $5. My beauty category gets $20, which was upped a little bit because of that leftover Metro money that I'm not spending this month. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I save $15 a month so that when November comes around, I have a chunk of money and I'm not, shifting things around in November. Clothes is $20. Colton, again, I bumped this up to $50 because I'm purchasing his anniversary gift this month and then probably his birthday gift next month. Well, I have to because his birthday's in May. Costco, we save up a little bit each month for a membership, which is $250 each month. Crafting got bumped up to $50 a month because this absorbed my sticker fund as well. So anything to do with crafting, both stickers and I enjoy scrapbooking, so most of that comes from here. Any of that is all now in one lump sum instead of 2 crafting and sticker funds. So that's why that went up a little bit. Donations, always do $7. Erin Condren. So now I have 1 Erin Condren fund instead of 2. I believe I mentioned this last month that I said that I wanted to combine my cash envelopes for Erin Condren and the Erin Condren subscription, and I decided to do so. So now I have 1 category for both, and that is getting $30 a month. So this will absorb the Erin Condren subscription, which it changes its price month to month, but I think last month it was $40 every 3 months, and then whatever money is left over come November for Black Friday, I'll use that to purchase my new planners for 2021. Florida Park State Pass is a year subscription like the National Park Pass, which is $250. Gifts gets $15. I'm saving up for Global Entry, which is this month I'm putting $15 in there. Medical always gets $10, even though I might bump that up soon. National Park Pass is $350. My parents' gift is always $25. Passport renewal is $20, so I'll probably, I can't remember, I think I'm prioritizing passport renewal above Global Entry right now, and then once this is funded, I'll finish funding this because I'd like to get them at the same time. Scuba always gets $10. Susan's Wedding gets $150. Technology gets $50, as always. And then Vicky's Wedding, I think I bumped this down a couple months ago to $20 because Susan's is in September. Well, if things keep going as they go, it may not happen. Finger crossed that doesn't happen and this wedding is on. But this is Susan's wedding is in September and Vicky's wedding is in October. Excuse me. So that's why I'm fully funding Susan's wedding for now. And then whatever money is left over, I'll throw it into Vicky's wedding fund because also Susan's is out of town. So I need to purchase a hotel and flight and everything. Vicky's is in town. So I only pretty much have to worry about the gift and stuff. So that's why Susan's is so much more than Vicky's. And then this here is Susan and Brandon's wedding, which, like I mentioned in my goals for the month, I am not going to be putting extra into Susan and Brandon's wedding this month. I'm actually just going to do Colton. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put $50 here. That's how much I put into Colton's fund. And I'm just going to reprint this sticker to say Colton so I can accurately represent the goal I'm trying to save for. And then I'll put how much I have in his fund. And then next month in May, I will go back to saving for Susan and Brandon's wedding, any extra I have. So that is going to be a to-do, I guess. This next page is the weekly check-in, which I fill in week to week. And then on this side, we have our joint expenses. So let me get this ready. So this amount is what I put in here is my half of the joint expenses. And again, I have the symbols. So the flower again means it's a cash envelope, and this transfer or this arrow means that it's a transfer, which means that I have to, and also Colton has to transfer it into our joint checking account. So that's how I can easily calculate who owes what and what money gets transferred where. So for Amazon Prime, again, these values are my half of the payment. So Amazon Prime gets $5. AT&T gets $25. We're saving up for a computer, which is a new sinking fund. We are putting $25 in a month. Date night gets $50, which we actually lowered because of this quarantine. We figured we're not really going to be doing much. FPL, which is our electric bill. This month it's $19.07. Geico, which is our renter's insurance, it's $6. Groceries, we actually kept the same, which is $175. Holiday, which is basically holiday decor, gets $10. Household, $50. Hulu is $336. Peru, $150. Rent, which is $850. SunPass, which even though we're not driving as much, we're still funding just to get a fund in there. And then once it gets to a certain amount, we'll stop funding it, let it go down, and then repeat that process. And then travel gets $50. And then overall, I didn't actually add this up beforehand, but the total for what I owe the joint is $1,433.43, which I actually am realizing that I didn't do that for the sinking funds. So I'm going to fill in the joint right here really quickly, which was $1,433.43. Oops. It was $1,433. Darn it. Magic of whiteout. $1,433.43. Okay, and then let me go back to sinking funds, because this total is $520.50. So again, I'm going to put that over here. That's $520.50. And then let me grab my calculator so I can add up this total amount and then get my debt snowball number. So that's... Okay, sorry, I got a call, so I don't know where that cut off, but the total expenses was $2,273.34. And then when I subtracted my income from my expenses, I ended up with $3.41. And I tried to keep this number as small as possible, so as close to a $0 or zero base budget as possible. So if it's under $5, I'm okay with that, because I don't want to add a random like $16 or $17 to a fund if I don't need to. I like to keep it on the 5s, so like either on the 10s or 5s. So That's why if this number is under $5, I'm okay with that. Oops, sorry, just hit the camera. So that is all for my individual budget. I just want to go through. So I do still have to calculate who owes what, but I'm going to do that off camera because last time I think I made a mistake, so I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to do that off camera. And then for our joint budget, which this is March, here's April. So I'm going to fill this out. I'm going to move the camera really quickly. I'm just going to fill this out as well. And then this value in the joint budget, I do the total amount, and I'm just going to reference my half of it. So for AT&T, this amount is $50. FPL is $38.14. Hulu is $6.72, and rent is $1,700. And that total, which I have not calculated yet, 50 plus 38.14, 672, 17, is equal to $1,794.86. Date night, we changed to 100, and groceries is still $3.50. So that amount is $4.50. And then in the sinking funds, again, I haven't closed out March, so I don't know the totals, but the addition that we're adding, $10 for Amazon Prime. Our computer, we're adding $50, Geico, $12, Holiday, $20, household is $100, Peru, $300, SunPass, $30, and travel, $100. So this amount comes to $622. Okay, so that is all for the joint budget, because this page is just a transaction log. So as we spend money, I just log it here. And so we just have this one page for our joint budget when I have the like 4 or 5 for my individual budget. So that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you had to change anything for your April budget down below. Go ahead.